Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to episode 27 of the Tim Tebow dynasty. In today's matchup, we're traveling to Atlanta to take on the Atlanta Falcons.
Thanks, guys. Speaking with the coach and
The Falcons come into today's game with a 4-2 record, the third best defense in the league in terms of yardage, number one against the pass, 23 against the rush, and they allow the 14th most points in the league. But they are fourth in sacks, so they might be pretty good at shutting down my passing game and sacking me today, so I might have to rely heavily on the rush.
Powerful statement as they establish the run at the beginning of this game.
Jim, you're right. I'm gonna give the
After last week's 3-interception loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, we're going to try working on limiting those turnovers. But we're going to continue to call 5 straight run plays after every interception. So hopefully we have none.
They're able to move the chains after that last run.
This Falcons team used their 20th overall pick in the 2014 draft to draft defensive tackle Jason Gist, who's an 84 and leading the team in sacks. Luckily for me, he is out with injury. So the key defensive players that I have to worry about are defensive end O.C. Umenyiora. I probably said that wrong, but he's your best defensive lineman left. They do have defensive tackle Marvin Austin, corner Asante Samuel, and strong safety William Moore.
In the slot here for this play. Takes the snap from the shotgun, and he's thrown to the ground.
And Marvin Austin, the defensive tackle I just mentioned, break through our offensive line to get the sack.
From the shotgun. Escaping the pressure. And that gains one.
Coming into the game, this Jaguars offense is first in total offense, first in pass yards, first in rush yards, and first in points per game with 35.4. On third down, we're completing 51% of our attempts, which is a league high. And so far on fourth down this year, we are 8 for 14. So we had some mistakes last week. Hopefully we could fix those this week.
The defense comes out of the dime. Running away from the pressure.
Well, good job that time by the defense, getting pressure on the quarterback, but you can't let him break the pocket. Look at this time. He breaks the pocket. He's looking down the field. Nobody open, so he decides to run and picks up some big yards.
First and 10. Maurice Jones-Drew gets it here. He's brought to a halt.
All right, so last season I was a turnover machine. I threw over 30-something interceptions, and I fumbled it 14 times. So far this year I have 1 fumble and about 20 picks. So I need to keep working on cutting down those interceptions. But my fumbles, for some reason, have gotten better. I can't really control that because that's just random. But so far, so good.
But it sure makes third down a lot easier.
That is play number 10 on this drive. 3rd and 1. Looking for an open receiver on the right. And that's a gain of 10.
Another grab by rookie Zach Meile. He's having a pretty good season so far. With that catch, he is now up to 44 receptions on the year.
Long drive so far. Throws the pass. Touchdown. The Falcons defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel, left side.
All right, so here I call a lot of fake reverse runs throughout the season. So this time I actually went with the reverse, gave the ball to Golden Tate, and he picked up a nice chunk of yards for us.
Down in the nickel. 2nd and 2. Maurice Jones-Drew. There's the tackle.
And that's the end of the first quarter. We're up 7-0. Pretty good start so far, no turnovers. Hopefully we can continue that momentum throughout the rest of the game.
In Atlanta, Georgia. We'll be back momentarily for the start of the second.
For anyone who wasn't aware, I've been doing a movie podcast every Tuesdays and Fridays on the YouTube channel From the Fleet. You can find that in my channel section on my page.
And they bring him down at the 30.
We'll gladly take any audience recommendations for movies you think we should watch, or movies that you think people haven't been watching and should get more exposure.
First and 10. Challenging the defenders to the right side. outside, incomplete.
Just stick the football on him. When you see a receiver run a route like this.
I know last episode I mentioned that after this year, I'm a free agent, as well as 5 other starting quarterbacks around the league, which makes 6 total starting quarterback positions open. But besides that, the Patriots, I think, would also be looking for a quarterback with Tom Brady having retired. And then Peyton Manning, Tony Romo, and Carson Palmer could all retire after this year, which would make a total of 9 jobs available. And apparently I'm bad at math because that adds up to 10.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion.
If the Jaguars don't offer us a contract extension, or we don't make it far in the playoffs like I'm hoping, I might be looking for a new job. Would you want to see me on a different team? Or do you think I should stay with the Jaguars? Leave a comment below.
2nd and 12. Makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown.
All right, so after our touchdown, our defense allowed them to score a field goal, and we lost Maurice Jones-Drew to injury for the rest of the game. So that leaves us Justin Forsett and Denard Robinson. Hopefully we can play more Robinson than Forsett, but that's really not up to me.
They've got a first down now after that catch. As they go ground here, he is tackled at the 40-yard line.
Nice job that time. The run play gets the first down. You move those chains. Hey, it's kind of fun to watch a team tough enough and patient enough to run the football to get these first downs instead of throwing it all the time.
Second and 9. Throws to the right. He has the grab.
Last year, our AFC South division was pretty competitive. Not the best in the league, but we did send 2 teams to the playoffs, one of them winning the Super Bowl. This year, it looks like I'm the only team that will make the playoffs, as every other team has a losing record right now.
Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
Well, the long run that time.
Robinson's first carry of the game goes for 12 yards. Going to get him as involved in pad his stats as much as possible in this game, since he will barely see the field the rest of the season, as he is our 3rd string running back.
He saw it, he hit it, and he used his talents to get down the field for the big game.
Play number 6 coming up on this drive. Reaches out and snatches it. He'll be brought down, but not before picking up the first.
Robinson not only is a great runner, he's also a great receiver. I don't know how he's a 3rd string on our team. I wish he was 2nd, but hopefully if I get him, continually get him involved every time he's on the field, hopefully it improves him overall and he moves up the depth chart. Similar to how Golden Tate and Justin Blackman keep switching back and forth between the number 1 spot on our depth chart. Our offensive line didn't block a single one of those 3 guys that got through. They didn't blitz 7 guys. I don't know how all 3 of them got through. So our offensive line still needs work.
The Jaguars come to the line with 5 wideouts and no one in the backfield. Ball was caught. A tackle that had to be made. And that'll set up.
All right, so typically I'd go for it here on 4th and 6. But this Falcons defense is considered one of the best in the league. So I want to score the 3 points instead of just trying to go for it and possibly not getting any points.
Well, when you get points, it's never a bad.
Offense lines up here.
All right, so our defense forced a 3 and out. So we get the ball back with just over a minute left in the first half with a chance to score a touchdown. And I make possibly one of the worst throws of the season right there to the other team. So now we're going to call 5 straight run plays next time we get the ball.
The quarterback is coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. The Jaguars with a little.
I know it really doesn't make sense for me to call both timeouts right there, because I should probably just go to half. But I'm trying to get these run plays in. Maybe our running back will break off a big one. Doubt it, but that's what I'm going to do.
They'll run with it again. He'll go left. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down. The Jaguars bring in an extra tight end for this play. Staying on the ground. Gain of 4.
You can't always go for it on 4th and short, but I like this call. They make it, the offense executes, and they pick up the 1st down.
1st down here after the run. They hand it off to him again. He's brought down at the...
And with that, we're going to halftime, up 17-3.
To do it for this first half. We'll be back with our halftime report after the break.
And now a quick word from our sponsor. Have you tried Choco Tacos? Do you remember being a kid wanting a taco but also ice cream? Well, go on down to Walmart. You can find them in the freezer section and get yourself a nice Choco Taco. Choco Tacos are not a sponsor. There is no ad.
A 3rd time. Slips past one player. Tackles made.
Good job by the defense.
All right, so the keys for the second half is for our defense to keep doing what they've been doing. They've been playing great. They've only given up 3 points so far. I'd like to continue to see either 3 or 6 at the end on that scoreboard for the Falcons. On our offensive side, besides that one interception, our offense has been playing pretty well. Offensive line struggling, but overall we've been running the ball pretty well and throwing it. Our receivers have been catching, so we just need to continue doing that.
The tackle was made, but the 1st down is picked up.
And I've also been seeing comments about why the coaches are wearing pink shirts. Madden does that for breast cancer awareness. It's only supposed to be for the first couple of games of the season in the September games, but for some reason we're in week 8 and they're still wearing the pink shirts. So I don't know if that's just a glitch or what's happening, but we got pink shirt coaches. I mentioned that Peyton Manning might retire after this season. This is the 2014 season, and he is 38. When he retired in real life, it was 2015, so I'm kind of guessing he's going to retire early, just like Tom Brady and Drew Brees have both retired already. While in real NFL history, they're both playing in the current 2021 playoffs.
Even though the defense knows you're probably going to run the football, it's 3rd and short.
And I think I just mentioned that September was Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I'm pretty sure I was mistaken, and I think it's October. Either way, I've been seeing a lot of pink shirt coaches. I think that should go away on its own, but it's for breast cancer awareness. If you have boobs or a man with a chest, you could have breast cancer too. Check. Or go see a doctor. You do not want to get breast cancer.
Gain on the run that time by the offense. When you're a running football team, listen, there's going to be a lot of ugly plays that don't work. You just got to keep running it.
The tackle's going to be made, but he's beyond the 1st down marker.
Every time Denard Robinson's on the field, he becomes the focal point for our offense. He's not rated the highest, but I do like how he moves on that field. I think he's a great player. I wish he would have had a longer, more productive NFL career, but he has a chance with me.
They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
What a drive this has been. 2nd down and 11. And he's taken down.
Again, like I mentioned before, the Falcons coming to this game were 4th in the league. In sacks, they have lived up to the expectations. They have sacked me so many times that I can't keep track of how many they've got. Like 5 or 6? I don't know yet. All right, it was 4th and long. I definitely punted. I wasn't going to try going for that. And our defense shut them down for another stop. So we get the ball back. The game Justin Frissett's having makes me question why I don't get him more involved. I have nothing against him. It's just I wish that Denard Robinson was our second-string running back because I was a big fan of his at Michigan and hoped he would have had similar success in the NFL. He did switch from quarterback to running back / receiver, so that's why I'm trying to get him as many touches as he can while he is on the field.
inside hits.
That sack was definitely my fault. I was trying to scramble and had nowhere to go and just had to take the sack.
Mistake not seeing that guy coming.
On the run. Under fire all day.
Yeah, I held onto the ball too long there. I should have just let it go to one of my underneath routes. Picked up a couple yards, but now we're at 3rd and like 26.
And you tell your running backs to help out too, blocking some of these defensive linemen.
And he hauls it in. Good, solid tackle. Short of the first.
It's 4th and 15, so I'm going to punt. I'm not going for that.
Blackman's lined up.
Start of the 4th quarter, our defense has definitely been doing its job, keeping them at 3 points. Our offense in the second half has struggled. We have yet to score again, but hopefully this 4th quarter is our quarter and we just score a couple more times. I'm pretty sure I fumbled last game, but that was either my first or second fumble of the season. Pretty good so far, considering we fumbled 14 times last year, but not great. I don't like turning the ball over. And after my fumble, apparently this Falcons defense finally scored their first touchdown of the game. So now it's only 17-10 in the 4th quarter.
He picked the wrong hole. He should have cut it back. He didn't, and that's why he was tackled.
Lewis is moved from the tight end position to the slot. They'll run it. Here's the handoff.
Denard Robinson's back on the field, so of course I have to get him the ball.
That time by the offense, getting the first down. They're up here in the second half, and they're moving the football. That is a great feeling.
They'll go shotgun here. Catch is made.
For being one of our top 2 receivers, I think Golden Tate is pretty expendable. He's not very involved in most games. I don't know if that's my fault with not just throwing it to him more, but most games he always ends up with probably about 40 yards or less, like 2 to 4 catches. So I think since he does have value, we should trade him. After 2nd and 5, we have 2 straight drops, so we don't even pick up the first down. Since we're not in field goal range, and it's only 4th and 5, I'm going to go for it. If we turn the ball over here, they have to drive about 60 yards to score and tie up the game. So I like our chances.
The Jaguars get a first down.
Mr. Reliable, Zach Meile, makes his first reception of the game and picks up the first down for us.
Gave them the first down. Complete. Good piece of tackle.
The Falcons call blitz, leave tight end Mercedes Lewis wide open for a nice big gain.
He's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
That long gain sets them up here on this play. Pass is made, and it's incomplete. The hit.
I was looking for my top receiver, Justin Blackman, in the back of the end zone, and the defender was unfortunately there to break up that pass.
About to snap it for the 9th play of the drive. Makes the catch in open space. Play after play after play here on this drive. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Lewis is in the slot receiver role for this upcoming snap.
All right, so our defense forced a turnover, and we got the ball at the 50-yard line. Hopefully we can score one more time before this game's over, but the game's already locked up. We get the win. After a horrible 3-turnover performance last week in that loss to the Buccaneers, it's nice to see a good performance today by Tim Tebow.
Blackman's going to get set in the slot for this snap. Throwing now to his left and gets the first down. That's a timeout by the defense. 7-yard gain on the play.
First and goal, and the Falcons continue to call timeouts. I don't think they realize the game's over because either I kick a field goal or I score a touchdown, but you're down by 14 already. There's no way you're coming back without timeouts.
The Falcons lined up in the nickel. Takes a knee. The Falcons with no timeouts left.
You're literally down by 14 points with 17 seconds left. I don't know what the point of that timeout is right there.
Lewis, a tight end, but lined up in the backfield for this play. They pounce on him there.
An off-tackle run, it's a staple of all offenses in the NFL. And a general rule is you run off the right tackle because he is the power tackle, where the left tackle is the pass blocker.
And that's the end of that game. A nice 31-17 win. We now improve to 6-2, and we look forward to our game against the Miami Dolphins.
It was just a nice win. It keeps your confidence up, and it just gives you a little energy to go out next week and try to accomplish it again.
Surprisingly, even with my 4 touchdowns, I did not get the AFC Player of the Week.
See this so many times with this quarterback, Jim.
But that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, and subscribe, and come back for more.
If guys get open, he puts it right on the button.
For Phil Simms and all the crew at EA Sports, Jim Nance saying so long for now.